Hello, in this video we're going to discuss sunspots and solar flares, and we're going to explain where they come from and what it is that causes them. So the sun consists of a shell which is coated in catalyst and has holes all around it. There's 4,392 holes, and in the core of inside the shell is gravity element for the atmosphere, and there's a wormhole exit point for the fuel, which goes to the fuel dimension. So the fuel comes through the wormhole into the inside of the star, exudes in liquid form through the star's shell's holes, reacts to the catalyst, and then burns in the upper atmosphere of the star. So when we observe a sunspot, what is it that we're actually looking at? Right, firstly, it's a circle, it's a black spot, so what we're seeing is one of the holes where the fuel comes out of. Okay, so when we see a sunspot, we're seeing one of the holes where the fuel comes out of. Now, the sun's shell is handmade, so it's an irregular pattern of holes. If someone were to look closely at the sunspots, you may find that there are some that are misshapen, and this is an indication of the mating line of the two shell halves. So you see represented in the diagram there, the line that is the equator has half circles compared to the rest, which are full circle shaped holes. That's what you're looking for in order to find the equator line, or the mating line of the two shell halves. So thus you can map the star's holes by observing all of the sunspots. Over a period of time, you'd eventually map all 4,392 holes. So the question would have to be asked, why is a black spot? Right, so the nature of wormholes, if I were to place a wormhole in this room, it would appear as a black ball if its exit point was in a dark room. So in that dark room, if I turned a light on inside that dark room and it's illuminated, suddenly our black ball turns into a white ball, or whatever colour the light is in that room. So in actual fact, you can use wormholes to look at stuff. So when we look at a sunspot, we're looking straight through the hole and right at the wormhole and right into the fuel dimension. Now, if we were to go into the fuel dimension and view the wormhole entry point that draws the fuel, you would notice that it is illuminated when the star is operational, and it would illuminate the area. So it's a two-way thing regarding wormholes in this form. Now, who causes the sunspot? So if you can imagine, it's quite a mammoth task with so much fuel and so much energy and power going through just one of those holes is tremendous. But if we were to measure the size of those holes, how big would they be? They're in fact bigger than Earth. So that's something to think about. If you got something that's bigger than Earth, that's a hole, and it's got fuel flowing through it, pretty hard to stop it flowing. That's possible. We have the technology in heaven to stop it. Okay, but in this case, a sunspot, which happens to every single star in the entire universe, what is causing that sunspot? It is in fact from the Holy Spirit. It is in fact a holographic image to show us and represent for us the location of the hole where the fuel comes out of. So the sunspots that we see are in fact a holographic image that's overlaid that shows us where the holes are on the star's shell. Now, solar flares are the same. So when a star is going, we can't increase the throttle and decrease the throttle. No. We can't make it just come out faster at one side than the other. It's all done through gravity drawing fuel. So it's a gravity field drawing fuel into a wormhole. So solar flares are in fact angel vision as well. And what sort of radiation are we expecting in space regarding a star? No different to what it is on this earth, with the exception of ultraviolet light. There's no harmful radiation from the sun in the form of X-rays or gamma rays. It is not a nuclear reaction. That is an assumption. If that were the case, the space shuttle would be buried and encased in lead. Each time it returned to Earth, they'd have to build another one. So therefore, there's no radioactive material, radiation emitted from the sun that's in the form of harmful radiation such as gamma rays or X-rays. So what is the fuel of a star is called trilithium. In heaven it is called trilithium. And we'll discuss where it comes from in another video. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.